In this video, I'm going to teach you how to have unlimited energy so you can earn more money in your business. Do you notice how so many people who are super successful, masters of their craft, work so much hours? You ever wonder how Elon Musk can work 80 to 100-hour weeks, how Mr. Beast works insane hours, how Kobe Bryant woke up at 4 a.m. and trained for 6 hours even in the off season, how Beyonce rehearses 10 to 12 hours a day on tour and still don't burn out? We look at these people like machines, like they're not human. I used to work 12 to 16 hours a day every day when I was going from broke, sleeping on a basement floor, in debt, to becoming a top 1% earner in my country. I worked relentlessly every day for 2 years straight and didn't burn out somehow. Now I do the same thing, but I enjoy what I do way more. I also teach my clients how to develop incredible work ethic, and surprisingly, it happens very easily when you know what to do, and I'm going to show you. And everyone is going to be asking you, how the hell did you get so successful? You're a machine. How do you do this? So I'm going to guide you through a process to achieve unlimited energy so you can outdo the competition and earn far more in your business, all with a little help from the laws of the universe. Let's get into it. Firstly, we need to understand that money is simply energy. It is the stored up time and energy of other people. So the universe is always in perfect balance. Therefore, if you have more energy, you will have more money. You can work longer than other people. You can utilize your mental faculties to do more than other people. And despite what people want to say, especially in today's world, more volume is usually going to equal more money. So let's say a company does advertising. If a company advertises water, let's say, and can advertise way more, 100 times more than the other company, they're going to outdo them. They're going to beat them. It's that simple, but they're going to need the energy to do that. Now, let's say you're building a business and you want to teach people fitness, let's say, and you put out content to promote yourself. If you are able to put out one piece of content a day, you're going to outdo the person and get more attention than the person who can only put out content once a week or once a month. You're going to learn quicker than them, and you're going to move faster than them, and you're going to build an audience faster than them. So much more is going to happen. You're going to get money quicker than them. Now, there are anomalies. Some people, they pop off super, super fast, super, super quickly. But this is dangerous because of the law of rhythm. The pendulum swing to the left is the pendulum swing to the right. So the quicker you rise is the quicker you fall, because you don't get to develop the habits and the consistency necessary, especially for business success. So you might want to pop off tomorrow, super quick, make millions of dollars tomorrow, but it might actually be a detriment to you. And a lot of people don't understand that. So the question is then, if we need to do more volume and we essentially need to do more in the world, because we need to project things into the world in order to receive through the law of gender, seventh Hermetic law of the universe. When you project, you receive. When you put a message into the world and you have something to offer people, they pay you when they determine you can help them. So, how do you get unlimited energy? So you can outdo the competition. Firstly, we need to understand two things. These two words: inspire and motivate. Now, some people think that these words mean the same thing. They use them interchangeably, but they don't. The word inspire comes from the Latin word inspirare, which means to breathe into. Motivate comes from the past particle of Latin motus. Motivate comes from the word motus, and it's the past particle of movere, which means to move. All right? In Latin, breathe into and move. Now, let me ask you something. Are you thinking about breathing right now? No. Is your body taking movements, taking action, essentially? Is your body taking action to breathe right now? Yes. You weren't thinking about breathing until I made you conscious of your current breathing. And you might breathe a little deeper now or something along those lines. But prior to this, you were breathing and taking the actions to breathe automatically. When you are inspired, you will automatically act. And this is what people think unlimited energy is. This is what people think it is. They go, oh, how does Mr. Beast work so many hours? How does Elon Musk never sleep? How does Beyonce work 10 to 12 hour rehearsals? How does this person put out YouTube videos every day? Because they are inspired. When you are inspired, the action part happens by itself. Do you understand? It happens automatically. You don't have to think about breathing. When you are inspired, you breathe life into what you do. In the Bible, God breathes life into man, inspiration into man. So, how do you find out what inspires you? You need to know your purpose, your mission, and your vision for the world. This comes from your values. And if you don't have my value finder tool, get it. Link is in the description below. It will help you find out what you actually care about, the top 3 values that you have. Because the reason you think you need motivation to do something and to get energy to do something is because you're not doing what you value. When you do what you value, you automatically get a vision for what you want your life to be, and you develop a mission to execute that, and that ultimately creates your purpose. It's built from your values, from what you care about, and so many people don't know what they care about. That's why they need motivation, and they don't have inspiration, and they can't automatically act on what it is they want to do to carry out their vision, their mission, and their purpose in the world. They can't automatically act. So now they need all this external force and they need energy and they're tired and they're bored. Listen, right now it's 11 o'clock in the night and I had a full day of work that I was doing and a full day of things that I did today. And I'm making this YouTube video right now and I have energy to do it. Energy. Why? Because I'm inspired. I'm inspired. This is part of my purpose, mission, and vision. And here's the thing about inspiration. You will breathe. Right? Remember, inspiration comes from the word breathe into. You will breathe until the day you die. When you die, you stop breathing. If you are inspired, you will do what you are inspired by till the day you die. Charlie Morgan, amazing investor, legendary investor, Warren Buffett's partner. He invested and worked in finance until he died. And some people see them and be like, oh man, he worked all the way into his old age. Like, you don't have to work. It wasn't work to him. It was inspiration. It was something he loved to do. Warren Buffett is like, how old is Warren Buffett? 98 or something? Warren Buffett's almost 100. And he's still working. He's still doing things because he's inspired. You will automatically act. And your biggest problem with energy is not that you have physical realm problems, not that you have bad sleep or bad diet. These things matter. They do matter. But Warren Buffett eats terribly, notoriously eats terribly. The man's in his 90s doing what he loves continuously because he's inspired. Okay. And when you're inspired and you live in your values, a whole cacophony of things happens in your nervous system that makes you age less. Has to do with telomeres and these sorts of things. You age less. And when you don't do what you value, you age more. When people do what they hate, they die early. Okay? So it's very important that you know what you care about so you can have unlimited energy. And then you take what you're inspired by, your purpose, mission, and your vision, and you build your business off of that. This is why no one has to tell me to make YouTube videos. No one has to tell me to do any of this stuff. I just get ideas and I make them because I'm inspired. Do you understand? When you are inspired, you just work. You just do the work, and people look at you like you're crazy. They're like, oh my goodness, how the heck are you working so much? Other things matter. Doesn't your family matter, and your health matter, and your mental health, and all these sorts of things? They're projecting their values, okay, onto you. This is what everyone does. Everyone has a set of values, and they project those values onto other people because they want to see the world a particular way. But no two people want the world to be exactly the same. People have differing values. All right. I learned a lot about values from my mentor, John Demartini, and he says that values are as unique as a fingerprint. So everybody wants to see the world in a different way, and we will project those values onto other people. For instance, people look at Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast was on the Diary of a CEO the other day, podcast, right? Big time podcast. And he said, if I cared more about my mental health, I wouldn't be as successful as I am now. And a whole bunch of people are like, look at him. He doesn't look happy. He's depressed. This is not what life is about. You don't have to work this hard. You don't have to be rich like this. That's not what life is about. What about family? Blah, blah, blah. And they're berating him and getting at him. And they don't understand that Mr. Beast is just living in his values. He is maniacally relentless about what he is doing and incredibly inspired. That's why he has so much energy to do what he does. Wouldn't you love to be inspired every single day to do what you do? Wouldn't you love to work on a business that assists other people in the world that you're inspired to do? I've said inspire a lot, but it's very important. Now, a major thing you need to be successful in business is consistency. Consistency. I think that's how you spell it. Yes. Consistency. Consistency does not happen without inspiration. Okay? Inspiration is required for consistency, because you will not consistently do something that you're not inspired by. You will procrastinate, you will wait, you will complain, you will put it off, you will find something else to do, you will let it linger. You won't do it because you're not inspired, or you're going to need motivation. You're going to need to go watch something on YouTube for somebody to rally up your emotions for a little bit, and then you go do the thing, and then you get burnt out from it because you don't care about it enough. So consistency is super important. Consistency is the entry fee to business success. If you're not consistent, you won't win, and you need energy to be consistent. Consistency is like if you're going to a club and the dress code is all black, you're not getting into the club if you're not wearing black. So if you come wearing all red, you're not getting in. It's the entry requirement, all black. The entry requirement to business success is consistency. So you need the inspiration to be consistent. So there's this guy, his name is Nick. I can't say his last name, but I'll pop him up on the screen. Nick Severe, something along those lines. He won the school games the other day. He makes $300,000 a month. Okay. And he had a video breaking down how he did it. And the biggest takeaway point, if you learn anything from Nick, who's making $300,000 a month, if you learn anything from him, it is consistency. The man shows up every 24 to 48 hours with videos. The man is active in his community every single day. The man is consistent, daily accountability. He would not have done that if he wasn't moving with inspiration and moving in his values. That's the secret to unlimited energy, guys. You don't need some super biohacking thing. You don't, even though these things help, okay? The physical, mental, and spiritual realms are all connected. So if you do something in the physical that does grant you energy, it will give you some physical realm energy. But if you're using that physical realm energy to do things that you don't care about, you will still burn out. If you're using that physical realm energy to do things you do care about, you will not burn out. You won't burn out. How do these people work so long? They're tapping into the energy of inspiration. Because you will breathe until the day you die, which means if you're inspired, you will do what you do until the day you die, and you will have unlimited energy to do it. Just make sure whatever you're doing for business, you care about and you value it. And that's how you get unlimited energy, guys. I'll see you tomorrow or the next day, because I'm going to be more consistent. All right, y'all. Peace.